Ah, the Nintendo Wii. Really amazing game system. Nintendo did really good with this one. Now some of you might be wondering. I didn't want to hit. My hand was not even close to Applejack. Why? Well, some of you guys and gals might be wondering, why in the fuck was the Nintendo Wii so amazing? Well, that is what we're going to find out today in this video. Whee! The Nintendo Wii was made back in the early fucking days of 2006. Now, doesn't seem like that long, right? Well, what have I told you? It was November 19th, 2006. Nintendo just brought out an amazing game console to rival Sony's PlayStation 3 and Microsoft's Xbox 360. Both of which were decent consoles, yes. But the Wii, while it may have been underperforming, the games were not as good and could not run, the same graphics as the PS3 and the Xbox 360, the Wii still had some fucking charm to it. The Wii also had the good ability to run GameCube games. Only one model though. The black model, well not the black one, the other model, because Nintendo made 3 different versions. They made the good version that actually had, worked on the Wii. I just want to make sure there's no SD card in there. They made the Wii, this version that I don't want to move, Rainbow Dash. But yeah, it had GameCube ports, memory cards, and everything, so you could play your GameCube games on there. But sadly, did not support the GameCube or Game Boy adapter. And then they made another version which got rid of said ports. Now, later on in this video, I'll be talking about, that you actually can still play GameCube on this thing, even when they took out that capabilities. But how, you might be wondering? Well, let's go and look at the console itself. Now, when you look at the console, any variation, and I'm not even going to talk about the Wii Mini, because the Wii Mini, fuck the Wii Mini. The only reason you'd want one of those is if you're a hardcore game collector, or a video game historian, which I am, I guess, so I guess I could get that at some point. But if you look at the back of most Nintendo Wiis, you'll see you got the cables for USB, which these will play a really big role later on. You got the power cable right over here, the sensor bar right there, and the AV cable connector, or cable connector in general, over there. Now, as I said before, this model does not have the old-fashioned GameCube stuff, but that doesn't really matter. See, there's the power button, the reset button, the sync up button, the button that you sync your Wii Remote up to, the SD card slot, and the eject button. This is where the game is stored, right in there. Obviously, I know my shit, because basically my whole life, I've had Nintendo Wiis, for the most part. After the GameCube, basically, I think shortly after we moved to this house, a year later or two, ended up getting the Nintendo Wii. So I grew up mostly with the Wii and the GameCube. Both really good systems. By the way, this is my original GameCube right over there. And now we're going to look at some of the features that the Nintendo Wii has that I think makes it worthy and why it's so awesome, and why people should own a Nintendo Wii. Just the basic Wii, not the Wii U, but the regular Wii. In this day and age, even after it's been discontinued pretty much, and everything about the Wii is basically dead. Let's go! Fluttershy intro! Squee! So once you power on your Nintendo Wii, you'll be seeing this. Warning, blah blah blah. No one gives a shit, actually. But you press any button on the Wii remote. Ah! Yes, that was an anime-style orgasm based off of the nostalgia for this. Now again, when you boot up the Nintendo Wii, I'm gonna turn it down a little bit, you will be greeted with a bunch of channels. Now some of these channels, they're not here on the base Wii, you have to download them some way. This is your disc channel, you insert a Wii game. In this case, Bakugan Defenders of the Core. And it'll do something there. You can play that, you can definitely play the game there. Here, you also have, the Mii channel. Everyone's favorite fucking channel on the Wii because of the classic... fucking... classic... Bam 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 bam. The meme! Meow meow meow. Meow meow meow. I have gone too far with this sketch. Well, not really sketch. Yeah, so you get the Mii channel, which will give you the ability to create new characters, new Miis. Some of the games, actually, like Wii Sports Resort, they will indeed utilize this feature. And some of the other games will also utilize this feature. And edit the Mii, you can edit them and stuff, erase them, you want to fucking not give a shit. Mii Parade, blah blah blah, do all this shit. You could even, at the time, this was pretty classic, you can transfer your Miis, you can grab this one, well actually you can go transfer them to your Wii Remote, and then so basically your Miis will be stored into your Wii Remote, which you will then, let's say you had a friend that had a Wii as well. You can transfer your Miis from one Nintendo Wii to another using, again, your remote. Your Wii Remote. Or as some people, I don't know why the fuck they call it this, the Wiimote. It just sounds weird. Just call it the Wii Remote. It's fucking, call it the Wii Pointer. I don't care. But here you have the Wii Shop channel, which, sad to say, rest in peace, the Wii Shop channel is no more because Nintendo shut that shit down a long time ago. Forecast channel and news channel, same way, when Wii Connect 24 was gone all those years ago, it actually feels like just yesterday, honestly. They took down the forecast channel and the news channel. But, word on the block, word on the internet block is that there are ways you can restore the Wii Connect 24, which will allow you access to the forecast channel and the news channel. So you can look at your news, not like anybody gives a shit about this channel, or the forecast channel, which I would find a little bit more useful. The Wii Shop channel, same way, I guess you could probably bring that back, but it's not going to serve any purpose, really. So basically, these three things right here, unless you have a modded Nintendo Wii, which again, we will get into later on in this video, you can't really do anything with. So these three right here, they're just wasting space and memory that you can use for other applications or, whatever. There probably is a way, again, using a modded Wii, which this one is modded, to end up deleting these things, so that way you can, in theory, save more space and download real applications that you can actually use. And the photo channel, which yes, it has Monica on there. Now, what does the photo channel do? Well, it displays photos, of course. You gotta have an SD card, tells you how to use it. Now, there was a thing that I have on the, or I had an SD card thing. CC view photos. I got Monica over here. You can post it to the Wii message boards and stuff like that, and you can do some fun shit. You can brighten it, black and white. You can do all these things. Monica is creepy. Oh no. Or you can do that sort of thing. Just really fuck it up if you want. You can turn into a puzzle if you want as well. Okay, so Monica. Fuck. I think I fucked it up. I fucked it. There we go. Now, you can choose a number of pieces. Press the 1 button. That will go from 48 to 192. If you really want a challenge. Now, that's pretty much it. You can also listen to music on your Wii and stuff like that by normal means. Now, of course, the Nintendo Wii also allows you to play games and shit. This model that I have will also allow the ability to play GameCube games at, too. So you can easily play some GameCube. Settings, Wii message board allows you to see how long you've been doing things and whatever, but no one cares about the Wii message board unless you're modding your Wii with the message board thing. And, you got the Wii options, you can see your saves and shit. No one cares about that. Fuck it. But, here is where the Wii gets interesting and why you need to get a Nintendo Wii in this day and age. The Homebrew channel. Ah, yes. This is one of those applications that you have to have on your Wii at this point in time if you ever want to actually do something on your Wii. You have Wii Flow, which, yeah, you can play Wii games, whatever, but basically with a modded Wii, you can do emulation. You can do media players. You can do this and do that. Now, yes, this is the Wii, and if you were to have Homebrew or Jailbreak on your Xbox or PS3, you'll have a lot more things to do. You can possibly play PS2 or whatever, while the Wii just can't do that. But what is on display here on my Wii is excellent, and the modding community, they're still doing Homebrew, they're still doing updates to things like Wii Flow and, the standard emulators for whatever. Now, how do you run these Homebrew applications? Well, let me show you, guys and gals. I'm gonna turn on the fucking light, because I don't care. Now, you see right here, how I mentioned before that the Nintendo Wii had some slots for USB. Well, you plug in a USB mostly, right? A lot of people, they prefer USB, more storage and whatever. And then you also can do that with an SD card right in the SD card slot. Well, after that, after you install Homebrew, then, a USB or SD card is where you will go and you will need to run applications. Now, again, you can do a whole ass load of things with modding. You can, there's fucking modding communities up the ass for, games like Super Smash Bros. Brawl and Mario Kart Wii. They're always being added on. Now, also, remember when I said that Wii Connect 24 shut down and the internet access is fucked pretty much? Well, with a modded Wii, you can bring that shit back online to an extent. And with games like Mario Kart Wii and Smash Brothers Brawl, what you can do, there's basically private network servers that are online, so you can still play with people online. You can still fight with people in Smash Brothers, you can still race with people in Mario Kart, and a bunch of other games as well that have been affected by the Wii Connect 24 and the internet discontinuation of the Wii can now be available if you so desire to play these games online. Yay! But here, like, this is mostly for emulation. The Wii was designed, obviously, for Wii games and GameCube games, but with this, with Homebrew, even the models of the Nintendo Wii that cannot play GameCube games normally, you can still play GameCube games. You can still play all those GameCube games that you have on your shelf, on the floor, wherever you have your GameCube games, you can still play them. Dust them off, play them. Yay! So yeah. Now, how do you do that? How do you play GameCube games? Well, seeing as how there's no GameCube slot, these people are fucking insane! You can use your Wii Remote and Nunchuck combo to play GameCube games. Or, my personal preference, because I don't really like the Nunchuck that I have for my Wii. Where is it? I know I had it somewhere. Ah, fuck it. No. But it can also use the classic controllers if you so desire to do so. Now, seeing as how this can run emulation and stuff like that, I don't condone really piracy, even though I do it myself. I don't condone it. Do this kind of shit at your own risk, you know, because there are potential that you can brick your Nintendo Wii if you don't know what you're doing. So I recommend you look up walkthroughs and guides online on how to set up, you know, homebrew and modding on your Wii. Hell, I actually recommend you do that in general, whether it be for Xbox or PS3 or something like that, because, you know, and if you do decide to do these things, I am not liable, I'm not responsible or anything like that for what you do with your game systems. I am not. So, don't come crying to me if your system gets bricked or you somehow fuck it up or the FBI comes knocking at your door. You know? And, you know, a good person to watch really would be Mutahar, even though he doesn't really do PS3, you know, 360 Wii hacking. He does do this kind of thing to make sure you're protected and stuff like that and all that, so, you know, that sort of thing. But there are people, I think there's a YouTuber called Tech James or whatever who ends up doing a whole bunch of these Nintendo Wii, DS, you know, ROM hacking, or not ROM hacking, but things in general. So, long story short, there's a lot of things you can do here on the Wii that obviously makes it worth owning in the year 2020. And if 2021 still exists, somehow, some way, we got a few fucking months left, then in 2021. Technically, this video will be outdated if I type in the word, or the numbers 2020. But still, you know, it doesn't really matter. So, the games I have currently are Wii Sports Resort. I fucking love Wii Sports Resort. Sonic Unleashed, and Fire Emblem. Now you look at this, and with these games, you can actually do cheat codes and stuff like that. I never really got cheat codes to work on any game on the Wii. But GameCube, you can also cheat. You know, games like Mario Kart Double Dash, basically they have these same cheat codes on the Dolphin emulator for PC and Android. So, in theory, all these games that you see right here, you know, Fire Emblem, right here, you know, Fire Emblem Meridian Dawn, Wii Sports, and Sonic, you can easily ROM hack. Well, not ROM hack, but you can definitely cheat in ways you didn't think were possible. For example, Fire Emblem. One of the cheat codes All weapons have a 255% critical rate. All weapons have a brave effect, which basically means you can honestly strike twice automatically in one go. Button activator and shit like that. No cap limits. Everyone attacks everyone. You know, these sort of things. You can make any character move any number of times in one turn. So I can basically be at the bottom of the, at the very bottom of the fucking map, and then you go all the way to the top less than a millisecond, pretty much, because you can do that in one turn. Also, automatically you can have double S rank of weapons and everything. Always have certain characters at level 19 with 99 experience points, so basically you can hack this game to your liking, if you know what you're doing. I don't, because I never got these to work, but I have seen a video where basically these characters, like, Elyncia and, Marcia, people like that, are in the very beginning of the game, the prologue, basically, of the game. So there's a lot you can do with just this alone. And with this, yeah, you can get the box art and, from the internet, from the website that, you do that, manage it and shit, save the flash to NAND and all that, emulation, you can 440 or 480p pixel patch, private servers, you can do a lot of stuff on here, and I mean a lot, and this is just one thing. There's a lot of emulation. So, does it work? Well, yeah, it works. I'm going to be playing one of my favorite games of all time on the Wii, and honestly, one of my favorite games of all time in general. See, it works. You can fuck with the controls and stuff, So it's really good. I mean, oh, by the way, if you really want to get out of this, if you want to leave the menu, sad thing is you have to, because it acts like a Wii game. Like you put in a Wii disc and you whatever. It doesn't act like it's in Wii Flow or whatever. So you have to basically turn off your Wii, turn it back on if you want to select another game. And you have to do the whole process all over. It's same thing with GameCube emulation. But it's really good if you have games that don't work physically. Or games you already own but you don't feel like, plugging in or putting into your Wii and shit. Basically, if you're lazy as fuck like I am. So, for example, where is it? See, I have Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn right here in its case. Well, it's not in its case, it's in a fucking PS1 case, but it's still there. I can play it anytime. Also, it saves the hassle of actually buying another copy if this copy doesn't work, so I don't think it does anymore. Somehow, some way. I don't know why, it just doesn't. But it'll save you the hassle of buying another copy. I've already got the game, so it doesn't matter if it works or not. As long as I have the copy of the game, that's all that really matters. Now, alright, I put the... yeah. Hold on. So yeah, let's see. Same for GameCube as well, and same for Game Boy. You can run DS on the Wii, but emulation on the Wii, with the DS is kind of shit in a way. Not really that good. Audio is poor. Sometimes the visuals suck ass. You can run PS1, but some of the games on the PS1 are blah. There's always, with whatever you download, any sort of emulation, most likely there is a compatibility list, which will allow you to see what ROMs or ISOs or bins will actually work well or whatever. So, for example, Medal of Honor may work perfectly, flawlessly, no problems, no frame rate issues, but Beyblade might suck. And that's why you have to look at the compatibility thing and all that, and you could save memory cards to the SD card or USB. There's a lot of stuff you can do. Clearly you can't play PS3 or PS2 because the Wii is not capable of such things, but You can run GameCube, obviously, Wii, NES, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, Game Boy. You can run a lot of things that you didn't even think were possible. There's an Atari 2600 emulator. There's an emulator for fucking DOS. You can run DOS games on this fucking thing. And one of the best things about it, you can run Doom. Yeah, you can use the Doom source port. What was that source port? It's not Xandronum, and it's something or other, but you still can run and play Doom and Doom WADs and that sort of thing. Using RetroArch. Yeah, RetroArch actually has a Wii version. So, yeah. Now, let me show you mostly what you can do, because I actually have... Did I put in... No, I didn't. Shit. Well, where did I put my fucking... Oh, there it is. There's my USB. So you have two slots, right? Well, you can use both slots. There's a way you can basically use both slots as well as, you know, the SD card. So you have WiiFlow, a USB loader app for your Wii that runs Wii games and GameCube and stuff like that. Also can run other emulation. For example, FCE Ultra GX. This is an emulator that runs games for the NES. Did that just say 4 players? Oh, I'm gonna see that again. I said, oh, shit. Yeah. Oh, it said 1 player. It looked like 4 for a second. So you can run, you know, NES. You can run Super Nintendo. You know, hell, you can run Sega. Which, there's only one real emulator you really need. Because this will allow you to run Mega Drive, Sega CD, Master System, Game Gear, and Sega Genesis 1000. There is an ass load of games that you can play on just this emulator alone. And I'm playing a shitty game of Action 52. But one of the best games on here is this one.
Level 1.
It just let it go. Just let it do its thing. Bum, bing, bum, bing, bum, bing. And the camera is kind of not picking it up well, but you get the idea. There are, I can't see shit. Yay! But you get the idea. Oh yeah, and it works the same way with Sega Genesis. Oh jeez. Okay, let's make it faster. Oh, how did I do that? I broke it. It's like you get to a fucking rave and all you hear is this rave music. Oh yeah. Oh shit, my TV is having a coronary. But yeah, you can do this. Okay, yeah. Okay, that's how. I think you have a C-stick moment. But yeah, you can go to the system menu, loader. You can load a lot of things, honestly. And there is a homebrew downloader. You can download these emulators with a single thing. And they download all the files that you need onto a USB. So you got Reconnect 24 Mail Patcher. You can look at your mail if you want, if people actually send you mail in the year 2020 on the Wii. There's that. And my personal favorite, my TV just turned off by itself. Yeah. Golden Sun. So yeah, you can run, you know, you can definitely run some good old-fashioned not N64, you can run some good, old, beautiful, these are beautiful games over here. Now you might be thinking to yourself, oh, this is just Game Boy Advance, whatever. Also, the emulation can be okay, depending on a certain game. So there's another emulator called the MGBA, and that one can actually work decently, but as far as I know, you can't really fast forward things. Like, I try to fast forward as much as I can, right? Because I don't really care, honestly. So I'm just gonna do this. And now you're seeing me play a little bit of Golden Sun. But yeah, that's just itself amazing. But that's not all. Game Boy and Game Boy Color. I'm gonna play the old Pokemon Creepy Black. And it has it in color too. See? Pokemon Black version, got the color. And continue the game. And, you know, it's got Lavender Town, it's got the color. You know, and it works too. That's the thing about it. These emulators, they're fine. They're really good. And I kind of prefer playing games on the TV anyway, because of a bigger screen. Now, if only there was a way I can actually copy or extract save files from my physical Game Boy Advance games over to like an SD card or USB, so that way I can play with my saves on, you know, here. Because, I mean, I want to play on my old saves on games, you know, on, you know, the Wii or whatever, and have the save files and stuff like that. But the problem is, you know, I just can't right now, because, you know, I don't know how. Boom. And here's Doom on the Super Nintendo, so now you might be thinking, oh, it's a little laggy. Well, that's kind of what you expect. Now you can change the game settings on most of these emulators, like the Game Boy Advance one, the NES, Super Nintendo. You can change the settings, so that way, you know, things are better. You can change the rendering, scaling, filtering, the screen zoom, screen position, crosshair, all of it. The Super Clock, the Super FX overclock, you can fix that. Cheat code enabler, you can do a lot of stuff on just these alone. But wait! There's more! If you order now, you get the N64 emulator! No, this is the Not 64 emulator. Now you can reload from the SD card or FAT, which is basically your USB FAT32 or FAT, whatever. You can play games like GoldenEye, Doom 64, Mario Kart 64. Now, this emulator is iffy when it comes to things like N64, because some games work fine. For example, you know, Mario Kart. Mario Kart 64 works pretty decently, and stuff like that. But other games, I'm gonna be Peach, because why not? You know, other games, they will not run very well on here. I don't know why that is, but like some games are really, maybe it's a bad ROM, maybe. But there's something you gotta take into consideration. Not all the ROMs are going to be good. So, that's another thing. And you see right here, really responsive controls and whatever. So, and you can save things to the SD card and shit like that. Another thing you can do is not just emulation, right? You can load your files. There's a thing called, oh, not WSX, Wii Explore with the X. And what this will do, will allow you to see all the photos you have, that you have on here. You can do WADs and stuff. You can load these things. You can do all these other things. Let's see. Let's go to the WAD and do the forecast channel. I'm gonna see if this will work. This is the Reconnect 24. File is too big! That's what she said. Oh! But yeah, you can view your... And also, let's say for example with the GameCube emulator, you can't play the game Animal Crossing without calling it game.iso. It has to be game.iso. Just type in game and it'll be .iso. But you can fix the... You can rename it and all that. So there you go. You can copy and you can cut, paste. You can do a bunch of things. Add new folders. Add to a zip folder. You can do a lot of things. Basically, it's like a computer. It's like the old Windows Explorer kind of thing. Not as big, but yeah, get the idea. You can also go to the menu, Homebrew Channel, Wii menu. You can also shut it down to standby or idle mode. I'm gonna go to the Homebrew Channel. But yeah, there is a lot you can do on a Nintendo Wii, and this is what makes it so fucking awesome. You got RetroArch, you got Wii SX, WAD managers, you got all these things. Now with these WAD managers, what they do, for as I said before, the Wii Shop channel is basically done for. You can't buy or anything on there ever again. But with a My Wii, you can play games like Uno, or Paper Mario, or these games. So, that's the only way you can get Virtual Console games on your Wii if you were to buy a fresh new Nintendo Wii today. That's the only way, is by modding your Wii. That's the only way. Get a WAD file, because these things, Uno, Paper Mario, these games are in a WAD file, right? Kind of like Doom. And you go to the Homebrew channel and go to a WAD manager. And after that, which the WAD manager will be on your USB or SD card, well, that's gonna fuck up. But also, when it comes to the Homebrew channel, you can also load where your things are. So let's say you have an SD card and a USB plugged in. You can choose whether or not you want to load files from your SD card or your USB. So that's pretty cool. Sometimes it'll crash though, so you gotta press and hold the power button on your Wii. It's a pain in the ass, but hey, you get what you can take, or you take what you can get. Same thing. But yeah, the Wii is definitely worth owning in 2020. It's a really good system. Really fun to play, just fuck around with. There's so much you can do on it. I use this Wii a lot. Now, if this was just a base Wii, yeah, I'd still be using it quite a bit. But since this is a Wii that's modded, has a lot of homebrew and stuff, I use this thing a lot. When I'm not playing on my PS4, or, watching YouTube videos on PS3, I'm playing the fucking Wii. Now, this is gonna be it for this video, guys and gals. Yep, I am done. I'm done talking about the Wii, because it's so awesome. There's so much you can do on this thing. Even with the low power and the low capabilities that this thing has, you could still do an ass load of things. And I mean an ass load of things. As I said before, you got emulation with the Homebrew channel and all that. You can play games that you've always wanted to play, like Pokemon Rumble. I never could play Pokemon Rumble because I never had the money to buy Nintendo eShop cards. But now that the Wii has been discontinued, pretty much, and the DS and the internet and stuff like that on this thing, the only way to play Pokemon Rumble is to basically mod it into your Wii via, USB or SD card. And that's a good thing, actually, because, there's no way I can play these games ever again, unless I were to mod my Wii, which I have. Same with Paper Mario, the Virtual Console version, and Uno, and other things. Now you can probably do something similar on the PS3 and Xbox 360 if you have a modded console of both. A modded Xbox, modded PlayStation. I don't. I just have a normal PS3, but I hope someday to get a modded PS3 one of these days. But that's not what I'm going to talk about. I'm not going to talk about the PS3 because, meh, it's too fucking awesome. Now, even for like I said, the low-powered stuff, the Wii is very low-powered, low processors, and stuff like that. Even when the processors of the PS3 and Xbox 360 are higher and better, the Wii still has a lot to offer, and you should definitely consider picking one up. Actually, you can mod this thing yourself with a USB or SD card if you have one lying around. Pretty simple. There are ways to do it, multiple ways. And there's even a way you can mod your Wii without even needing an SD card or USB. But also, another thing is that these things are fucking cheap. The Nintendo Wii, the console by itself, was like $30-40. No joke, 30-40 just for this one. The model that has the GameCube stuff, which I think will be a little bit higher than the one without, because the one without has less things on it and stuff. But yeah, the Wii by itself is pretty cheap. The AV cables are cheap. Basically, everything you need for the Wii is cheap, and you can even get a complete Wii with a Wii and a remote and stuff like that, pretty cheap as well. You just gotta go to Amazon, eBay, wherever you get your games and shit. Look it up, pretty cheap. And modding this thing is a piece of cake. Really easy to do. Extremely easy. That's how I found out about some really beautiful games that I've never gotten a chance to play otherwise. So my Wii played some, virtual console games and stuff like that. Pain in the ass, though, is that since these things are basically fucked, especially this one, the Wii Shop channel, that they're taking up space, and it depends on how much space you need for each game, really. And combine that with the fact that the save data for games on the Wii, like, let's say, for example, Bakugan, or, wait, where is Fire Emblem? Yeah, Fire Emblem. These things take up blocks. Available blocks are 343. Oh, no. Halo. Wait. That'd be fucking awesome if I can get Halo to run on this thing. You just need to find some way to get a Xbox emulator. Like, I'm talking original Xbox, not the 360. Because that's not gonna work. But, I mean, it's possibly possible to run PS2. The games may suck ass, frame rate issues up the dick. Same with the Xbox, but I mean, maybe in the future. Because people are always developing software for this thing, even to this day. So, there's always something to try out and do. Always updates to your favorite emulators and stuff on here, so keep it up. Keep up the good work, Just get yourself a My Wii. And anyways, guys, also, you can get a My Wii on eBay pretty cheap as well. A Wii that's already modded, comes with an SD card with a lot of games and software on it. So it's pretty cool, And also, I believe if you go on eBay, you can make special requests. Oh, I want this emulator with this game or that game on it. And maybe they'll give you those games on the SD card or USB, and you can play them that way. I mean, so it's really easy to obtain a mod Wii. That and Nintendo just never really gave a shit about modding in general. Nintendo is so chill about modding the game, or not the GameCube, the Wii. I mean, they don't care about what we do on here. Now, Sony, they're gonna have a conniption if I modded my PS3 and went online. Same with Microsoft and the Xbox 360. They're gonna fucking have problems. But Nintendo, I can go online on this thing, no problem, and fuck things up, because Nintendo doesn't care about the Wii anymore. And that's a good thing, honestly, because now we as a community and a society have a really amazing modding community for these older systems to bring and breathe new life into these consoles. Now, what system should be next that I'm going to talk about? The GameCube! I'll have to turn on the light, but fuck it, the GameCube that you saw earlier on in the video. I'm going to mention in the next video how the Nintendo GameCube and why you should own a GameCube in this day and age. I may not make valid arguments, but I'll still do it. Anyways, guys and gals, it's going to be it for this video. If you like this video, give this video a like. If not, that's fine too. Don't forget to comment down below your thoughts on the whole damn thing. And don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon down below to get notified of my future uploads and live streams. And whatever the fuck else that I do. And as always, I will see you all in the next video. Peace out, people. Oh, you can't see that. Oh. Peace out, people, and Brohoof. Boom. I'm gonna be playing some goddamn motherfucking Fire Emblem.